my stream, and the next play that I'm going to go over in my gun bunch is spacing switch. It's probably one of my favorite short passing concepts in the game. It usually tends to beat zones, but I've got a couple of adjustments that make the zones get spaced out even further, making the passes more difficult to defend. So, stock, it's going to create a lot of switching concepts underneath, usually diverging zones to kind of pick who they need to defend. So usually stock, you could run this and someone's bound to be open. So if I just run it stock, you know, someone gets open. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to slightly enhance it a little bit. Okay, with our scheme, we like to motion our outside ISO receiver in. Okay, so let's get into the play. And what I like to do is I like to create space. So we're going to do the block and release for the halfback. So if it's a blitz, he will pick the blitz up for us. If there is no blitz, he will just go ahead. And the beauty about them type of plays is if somebody's in man coverage on him, they will not defend him because he's registered as a block. So if they're in man coverage, they're either going to play spy, or they're going to play a cover, or they're going to try to blitz. Okay, so that's usually what happens, and he's usually wide open. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we need to have some over the top of our switch spacing concepts, which is going to be the tight end and the slot receiver. But we also need something to check to in case they do start using them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our outside ISO receiver, we're going to give him an in route, and we're going to smart route the in route. So now we have something that crosses over the top of it. All right, the next thing you want to do is you want to pull zones back. You want to get separation for your spacing switch concept. So you're going to take your fastest receiver that we suggest that you use on this bunch side, and we're going to put him in a straight streak. Now what's going to happen is the streak, because of his speed, he's going to instantly garnish the attention of the zones. So the zones that are covering the area that Renfro and Waller is in, they are going to basically have more space to get open. So we'll just run this so that y'all can see what's happening here. As you can see, the route by Gafford pulled the zone back just enough so he can get me a little bit more separation. Okay, so we'll run it again just so that y'all can see. Take the bunch side, make sure he's in a streak, motion him in route, smart route the in route, and block and release for the halfback. Just like that, run it again. Zones get pulled back further and actually chase him. Okay, one more time. Take Gafford, put him in a streak. Now if they're in a cover 3, by all means Gafford is going to be wide open. Okay, so it's just like this. If he's blitzing, that's why you do the block and release for the halfback. Okay, it's always a check down. Boom, he picks it up. Spacing. I should have threw square, but oh well, y'all get it. You know, I'm sorry, I have tendencies of wanting to bomb all the time, so that's why I kind of created these plays where I always have a loop where I can have an excuse for bombing. Alright, so it should look like that. So you have your short, medium, switch, in, dig, and deep route. You can beat almost any coverage with this. And like I said, Gafford, boom. So you always have a one-play op if they're in the wrong coverage. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time. Let me see what else I can do out of here. I'm not going to hold y'all up too long. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to run the switch concept to the other way. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put the halfback in a wheel route. We'll take Gafford, run the deep over, and run the in route like that. Okay, and I think the only thing, yeah, just like that, and it gives me separation to attack the mid-level of the field. Okay, But also just make your reads. Usually, most of my offense, all your reads should be near the hash marks, unless you know it's the wheel route from the verticals. So let's go back into it again. Run it this way with the deep in route to the inside. Give me the wheel route to the outside. And see, what's happening here is because it's running a deep in route is they're pulling the zone. Those two switch routes are pulling zones underneath, and it's getting separation for your deep dig route that you're creating. So just let y'all look at it one more time. Boom, create separation. If they leave it open, you know, they leave a spacing open, take the spacing. Okay, no need to sit on it and wait for something to develop. If it's open, you take it. Okay, one more time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video, and then I'll start on the next one. So it should look just like that. If the spacing is open, you take it. Like I said, do not wait. It's all about quick release. I think there's actually one more that you can run from here. There it is. Alright, the next one is you're going to take the slot and put him in a slant. And you're going to take Gafford and run the streak. Should look like that. Like I said, if something's open, you take it. And we'll do the block release for the halfback. Like that. Run the slant. Run the streak. Now your reads are basically going to be Renfro, Gafford, and Williams. If he's getting too close to you, you try to check it down, okay? Boom, boom, boom. I had Gafford open. Sometimes I just try to cross my fingers and hope it works. But bear with me. Just like that. Now if you want, keep the scheme, you keep motioning him inside. And then you take the halfback and he'll be open to the flats. Alright, so that's pretty much everything that you can do out of this. There's probably something else you could do. Hold up, let me just double check it real quick. Usually I'd run like a deep in route over the top and then just wheel route the halfback out the backfield or vertical him. And sometimes he might be able to slip out the backfield just like that. Yeah, so that's just something else that you can do. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time on individual plays. I'm going to go ahead and get into the next one. Appreciate y'all watching. Much love and support. Make sure you get the notification.